What don't I want?
Have Ferguson ask you 100 questions.
Oh.
Well, obviously, nice play today. Just
Thank you.
your round.
Mhm.
Maryland.
Yeah, it took a little bit to get comfortable with the new speed that I have, albeit it's not much. It still is different. I'm moving a little differently, so golf swing's a little different, and got to learn how to perform with that. But I'm excited that I was able to get around the golf course and hit it somewhat straight, and be somewhat comfortable out there for the new golf swing I have.
Two quick things. What made you want to get more speed, and how did you spend the off-season?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of went a little dark on social media for a while, just trying to understand, what Kyle did, how he did it. I mean, he was a 117, 118 mile per hour golf swing in college. That's what he had, and he's gone all the way up to 150 now. And so he's obviously done the right things, and he's done it completely naturally and without anything. And I wanted to learn from him, and so I took it upon myself to ask him some questions. And he was lucky enough to be out in Dallas, and we spent a few days together, and we've been talking back and forth, and he's been giving me tips on what to do and how to keep the speed out here on tour, and what he thinks he's going to try and do when he gets out here or tries to get out here, and gives it a whirl. But I spent my off season swinging my butt off as hard as I can. There were times where everything hurt in my body, and just breaking down my whole nervous system and rebuilding it back up. So, and I like doing that. It's fun testing the limits of my body and seeing what I can and can't do. So you know me, I'm always a tinker, and I love doing it.
What was the best question you asked him? In your opinion?
How hard did you push it? And he said, till I black out. So,
Did you get there?
yes, numerous times. There was times where I was seeing a tunnel, and I had to stop. I mean, you just have to stop, and that's about when you stop. But there's a lot to it.
You didn't actually black out.
No. I did not black out, but I came very close, just like he did. He did the same thing.
So, man, what are the goals, I guess, now for 2021 with where you're at?
I'm going to keep getting speed until I try and get around, 205 to 210 in that range. Once I achieve those speeds and I'm comfortable with that, not trying to swing my butt off, it just happens naturally. That's when I'll probably stop and go down the chipping rabbit hole. I'm going to try and understand my wedging and chipping a lot better. I still feel like there's some low-hanging fruit with the driver, with speed that I can gain. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I hit 7-iron into 18, albeit the wind died and I hit it a little short. I mean, I hit 7-iron on 18. That's a big deal for me. I feel like I hit pitching wedge into 5, albeit I parred it. Putting still matters. These distances are allowing me to do things that I never thought were possible, which is cool.
How far did you have into 18?
We had including the downhill, it played 233 to where we were trying to land it. And then with wind, it played like 220, 225, and I tried to hit 7-iron, and I landed a couple short than what I wanted to. Didn't hit it.
How close do you think you are to that 05, 010?
Man, that's a great question. I still feel like I'm over a year to year and a half out from it. That's what he projected. Kyle projected for me. He was like, I think you can get there within a year and a half if you keep pushing the boundaries. Now, the difference is I got to keep playing golf, right? I got to keep trying to play my best. I got to putt, got to chip and all that, whereas he had time to just go at it with the driver. And he made a gain of 8 miles an hour in a year. I mean, I think I can get a baseline average of probably 4 to 5, so it's probably going to be a year and a half, hopefully, if I keep doing the right things and I'm healthy.
Are you afraid to put that much torque on your body, knees and back?
Yeah, I mean, this is why I have Greg Roscoff back in Denver. I mean, he's figured out a way to heal the body in a very nice way and make me feel like I'm a kid again. This is what I've been talking to you guys a bit about for a while now, and he's who helped Peyton Manning come back, worked with John Stockton. He works with a few golfers, I think, on tour out here now. And he's gaining some pretty good credibility through his system. I mean, I come back after seeing him, and my speed gains are at their new level. They're at a whole new top max level that I've never been at before. So every time I go see him, it's like he rebuilds me up to a stronger level.
So between the weights and the torque, you don't feel any pain in your body?
Well, as of right now, I've been able to. We have a system where working out actually fixes all the stuff, which is amazing. That's what we've worked on for the past 3 years together, trying to figure out how can I, trick the nervous system into sensing, you're actually okay and you can heal now, rather than being stuck in this inflammatory period and taking just natural time for it to heal.
Kind of a dumb question, but what's the difference between where you were at speed-wise this past year
Mhm.
where you're trying to get to, and I don't mean just from obviously sectional yards we're talking about, but
Yeah.
in the risk of that, weighing the risk of that, whether it's physically any parts of the game there
Mhm.
versus the rule.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know those answers. Yeah, we don't know those answers, right? I mean, I'm okay with taking on that risk. I feel like I've got somebody that can help fix me if something goes wrong. And when it does, because it will go wrong, I can go and see him and get everything fixed. The only problem is walking these hills. You know, you add 30 more pounds, it's a hike, right? I mean, it's different. So, yeah, and I have to create some endurance for that. I don't just need strength; I need endurance with these muscles, and so that's just going to be a process. And the risk versus the reward, I don't know, but I know that the risk in taking it, I can always fall back into a safe haven with Greg and what we've worked on and figured out.
Sorry, just the difference really of
Yeah.
that versus this past year.
Oh, from a speed perspective, I mean,
What does it add up to?
what does it add up to? Well, I know I'm about 5 to 6 miles an hour faster with the driver, at least, and that equates to. I mean, I was about my top speed was around 134, 135. Now I'm around 140, and that creates ball speeds around 200 to over 200, and I mean, shoot, depending on the right situation, it could be 40, 50 yards if it's firm and downwind and all that. But in normal conditions, it's probably going to fly about 20 yards farther. And my irons are even far. I mean, I'm hitting my 8-iron 205 right now. So it's kind of nice to have that in the bag, right? I mean, I'm hitting a little half shot chip on 8 with my 8-iron. So it's just a different ball game for me, and I got to learn how to manage it still. I mean, yeah, and just to give everybody perspective, I mean, in this whole process, you have to get bigger and stronger so your body can tolerate more force, right? And then learn how to do that without getting injured. Second off, you got to learn how to swing faster without getting injured. Third off, you got to learn how to hit somewhat straight without getting injured. And then 4, you got to learn how to play golf. It's a big process and it's tough. So, but I'm okay with it. I like the risk.
You need like 6 clubs out there.
Well, yeah. The problem, I know, right? And the problem is we're getting at the limits of, like what we know with technology right now. We're getting up to the limits of what we know with technology. Like, what does a 4-iron loft need to be with these speeds? Like, what does a spin rate need to be for a 7-iron now? I mean, it's totally different. With 7,000 spin, it's going to go to the moon.
So you have to make adjustments.
We have to change everything as we keep going up. We're learning.